Have you ever wondered what happens when a female cop seduces an inmate? Do they get away with it? Or are they treated like any other criminals?
And we were walking back there, and he leaned in to kiss me, and I just.
And then I know this is stupid, but that's just the way things work. What do you mean by jog?
I put his in my mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did he?
No.
Okay.
On December 17th, 2021, the police department came across a disturbing recorded call where a female cop and inmate were discussing something inappropriate in Montgomery County Jail. This call led the detectives to investigate what was happening in the prison. This is about Charlene O'banion, a female cop whom her fellow officer reported after hearing rumors of her being involved in a sexual relationship with an inmate named Jason Parker. Little did she know that this would bring an end to her career and respectable life as well.
I'll kind of give you a brief rundown of why we're here, and then I need to get just some name and information from you, and then we'll go into a little more detail.
Okay.
Here, let me just get a few things. What's your last name?
O'Banion, Obanion.
One N?
Just one N. Obanion.
And what's your first name?
Charlene, Shar.
Oh, hold on. I messed up.
Wow.
We're notified of a possible improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker. So we're here for that. I just kind of wanted to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
I don't know anything about it. I mean.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
He's in Pod 6.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's just a trustee that we have, around, and that's it.
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
No.
None at all? Okay. And where would you think that, this allegation will come from if there's nothing to it?
Well, I had a feeling this was coming. So there was an inmate named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
And he got out of here for I don't know what period of time, and he tried to contact me on Facebook, and he sent me a message, and I blocked him on Facebook. And I guess one time Parker was going back to Equat to use the bathroom, and he was talking at the window with me, at Equat, because I was in Equat. He was talking through the window,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess Coker didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And I don't know why, he went up to, I don't know what was said between them, but he went up to Parker and said something, and then Parker ended up went back to the laundry. And Parker had told me that he had gone up to him and was like, "Don't talk to her," or something crazy like that. And I kind of just brushed it off. I was like, whatever, because he had already returned. He was out and then he returned. And when he was out, that's whenever he tried to contact me.
Did he say why that Coker told him that, or?
He just said that Coker was like, "Don't talk to her."
Do you know Coker? No.
He was a male booking trustee for a very short period of time. And I mean, I worked Equad several times during that time. So, he's kind of like an Equad and back and.
Charlene tried her best to prove her point that it was some jealous inmates who started the rumor.
So, I'm just not trying to be rude here. Why would you expect this conversation to come up from that? Now, if that happened a few months ago, I'm just trying to get where you're getting at there. You said you were kind of expecting something like this.
I don't know why, this, I'm wondering if, Coker maybe said something, to get him in trouble or me in trouble. I don't know if that's the only thing I think that's, related that has anything to do with Parker.
But I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls, and there's jail calls between you and Parker, and all that stuff's recorded. So, I don't think you're being completely truthful. Well, I kind of know that you're not, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you. You kind of get one shot at this of being truthful, and people, perception means a lot in criminal cases and internal cases. It's a huge deal. It sways people to do a myriad of different things,
Right.
And this is kind of your chance to paint your own image.
Yeah.
So, can you kind of tell me what's going on here? Well, I want to know from you. Like, I'm not trying to go off rumor. I just want to know what happened. It's my job just to find the truth, and that's it.
Yeah.
But upon giving several chances, she decided to tell a little side of truth. Yes, she claimed to know Jason Parker, but outside the cell. Charlene also claimed that it was a coincidence that they both ended up here. The detective didn't hesitate to ask about her involvement in any sexual activities, even in prison, but Charlene kept denying it.
I guess a few years ago, we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. I didn't, it wasn't anything like that. And that was that.
Okay. Yeah. So when you say y'all talked, kind of dated a little bit before you started working here?
No, he was never my boyfriend or anything. I just knew him from the world.
Okay. So are y'all kind of talking in a sexual nature
No.
Now that he's here?
Oh, no. Now that he's here, no.
Okay.
I mean, it's never been like phone sex or anything like that. That's not. But we all joke around, we all make that's what she said type things, but it's never
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone.
I just mean conversations y'all are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like sexual.
Well, I'm not saying having phone, talking about sexual acts. From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what I gathered from these calls.
No, that was in the world, but we never dated. We just.
Okay. But you've had physical relationship with him when y'all were both out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was before.
Okay.
But it was. We never had sex or anything. It was just kind of that.
You gave him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was before I knew he would end up here or that I would end up here or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know I'm sorry to get in your business, but the allegation's been made, so I want to have as much detail as I can.
Right.
To say either way.
Mm-hmm.
So when do you think that was about? I know it's going to be hard if it was a couple of years ago, but.
Let me think. I want to say in the past 3 years. Because I was in a 7-year relationship and that ended about 3.5 years ago. And it was sometime after that.
Okay. And can you kind of give me more detail on where y'all met and things like that? How did you come to know him and where this all happened at?
We just met through friends. I don't remember. Where we went. I'm trying to remember. Then we went to go eat somewhere. I don't know. He was with his friends, and we just all kind of met up, and he was with one of his friends.
Do you remember who the friend was?
No, I don't remember. It was just a group of friends that we all, and then some friends, and that was it. We exchanged numbers. And then we kind of talked for a little bit, met up a few times, and then that was just that.
What kind of conversations have you had with him since you started working here and he's been in the jail?
talking about what would happen after he got out.
Okay. And then the jail call recordings, have you been talking to him like while you're at home? Like he calls you from the jail while you're at home, or? Okay. And how many calls do you think y'all have had together?
No.
Okay. So y'all talk pretty regularly? All right. I haven't listened to this, but apparently there may be some talk in the calls about like photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
Mm-mm. I gave him a photograph of his mom, which she had asked for, and of his dog, Jax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you given him any photographs of you?
No, because we're not. I'll give any photographs of me, and when we shake things down, they would find out, so.
Okay. So what do you think that he's going to say about this?
The same thing I told
What do you mean the same thing you told
Like
me?
what I told you, that we had something going on, a few years back, and he ended up here, and I saw him, and then, obviously, like, he already had my number, so it wasn't like.
So one of the things we're going to be doing is like looking at cameras and stuff too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone?
Mm-mm.
Or you go out of camera view or anything like that? Anything that's going to look suspicious that way?
I don't think so. No. When he worked B-Quad, no, even then, no.
Okay.
When I've entered the plot, I've always stayed, like, at the desk,
Have you escorted him anywhere or anything like that? Okay. And when did he go from B Quad to Pod 6?
I don't know, honestly. It's been months. He was in there, and then he got taken out, and then he went back. But I don't recall how far back he was.
Okay.
It's been months, though. He went from B Quad back to.
And then this other number, I think, is this your number? The 720-798-5415? Okay.
Yeah.
So you have two different phone numbers, or?
That's just from an app.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I guess he told me that I guess it was like, if it was like an area out of area code, it was like cheaper or something like that. So it was just an app number.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just like a sideline number. But it's one phone. It's just that number is from an app.
Okay. What app are you using?
It's called Sideline.
Okay. Now what kind of phone do you have?
An iPhone.
An iPhone? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that in your car, or is it on you, or
It's in my backpack.
it's in your backpack? Okay. Is that like in a locker or something?
It's in the E-Quad.
I'm going to ask something before we step out. There. So you got your phone number from 3.5 years ago?
Yeah.
And you remembered it over 3.5 years?
Yeah. He's really close to his mom, so he probably just got it from his mom, and then he told me to upload a sideline number, and then I uploaded a sideline number.
Okay. How did he get the sideline number? Did you give it to him, or did he, how did you come up with that number?
On the app, you just select a number, and then, I gave it to him.
Detectives realized that she wasn't going to confess that easily, so they were ready to share the recorded phone call, which didn't seem to be from 3 years back.
So initially you said you kind of like played it off like you hardly knew him.
I didn't play it off like I knew him. I just.
Like, oh, you kind of like stood there and thought.
Oh, right now.
Parker, yeah, I think he's in Pod 6.
Mm-hmm.
But I just looked in the system. There was like almost 400 calls. So between y'all.
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from? Kind of how it would seem from my point of view. And like I said, no judgment here. I just want to know the truth. That's it. So before we go into all this, do you want to just tell me the truth?
Yes, I hesitated to admit that, but after you told me on the call,
Okay. Because this sounds a certain way. This doesn't sound like a 3 year ago thing. This sounds like within the last few days to me, this call. I don't know if you remember what y'all talked about yesterday, but this sounds like a pretty recent event to me.
Okay. I mean, like the conversation recent?
Like what happened in the conversation was recent.
Okay. Well, I don't remember ever what I remember.
I said we'll
like
play it.
Science dementia. I always forget like what I did yesterday, but yeah, I mean, if I hear it.
Yes, table.
A private call.
Yeah, that good?
The
I'm gonna skip forward, guys.
Hey, baby.
Go back.
Baby, guess what?
What, babe?
I just won the blackjack game.
Yay.
I just won $30.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Yeah.
I really wasn't. I really wasn't like tripping about not making a store this week because I've won the last 3 games in a row.
You crazy, baby.
Crazy about you.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. So fast.
Did you just call me a stupid?
Oh, that's what you sounded like a while ago.
No, I didn't say
Yeah, you did.
I mean, maybe just a little, but I didn't sound that. You exaggerated.
That's so fast.
Dude, I need to clean out my fridge,
What are
babe.
you doing, dude?
I'm putting the leftover macaroni and cheese in the fridge.
Oh my God.
Even though we all know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're not gonna fucking eat them.
I am.
In 2 weeks, you're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be like a fucking science experiment in that refrigerator.
It looks like that right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
Yeah, it's bad. It's not that bad, but yeah.
Oh, I'm on your ass.
I need to clean that fridge out. I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You didn't even hear what I said.
What are you gonna do if I just pop up and surprise you?
Babe, did you hear what I said?
What'd you say?
I said there's a lot of things I need to clean and get rid of before you come home.
Why?
I'm just fucking with you. I was trying to make you think I have all these secret things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
What? What could I possibly have? Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. You probably got this weird swing hanging from the ceiling. Kenneth probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that sex, you better believe I'd leave that for you.
Would you really?
Hell yeah.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag ball and everything?
Yeah, babe. For sure.
You would let me put you in it?
Yeah.
I'd be mowing down, and we look out the sliding glass door. Do you have a sliding glass door that goes to the patio, or is it like a regular door?
Door. Just a door.
It's just a double door?
No, just one door.
Does it have like the little blind thing that you slide up and down to open it?
Yeah, but Seth, Leslie's little boy, broke it, so I haven't had a.
Broke it.
Yeah, Seth broke them.
Have you talked to her?
Leslie?
Yeah, is she back with that dude or what? Bear or whatever?
No.
Huh?
He said that he changed his mind. Like, oh, shocker.
He changed his mind.
That's literally what he told her. I changed my mind. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to work things out.
He's gonna make
So
her
he just has.
suicide.
Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I said he's gonna end up making that lady have. He needs to just leave her alone or do something.
Yeah. That's what I told Leslie.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's just keeping you in this limbo, like, yes, I want you. No, I don't want you. Yes, I want you. No, I don't want you. I'm like, I just want you to look at me sometimes and be like, damn, my woman's fine.
Fine as wine.
Mm-hmm.
Super fine.
Oh.
Super.
Oh, God.
You are fine, baby.
Hmm?
You are fine.
Yeah?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And you got a live ass head game. Oh my God.
It wasn't my best moments. I was just trying to get it done.
Meh, meh. Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny. Like just going back and thinking about
Yeah.
that.
I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you felt me. I was like soaking through my clothes.
You're like what is that word? Like when somebody just always like can get horny at that. I can feel it.
Yeah. I get very, very easy. Like I always want to have
Not
sex.
good.
Like that's not even, huh?
Not good.
I mean, it's not like I just like look at someone. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so fucking horny. No, like of course, like I only get horny for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pause
I'm
this
not
for a
just
minute.
like, oh my God, look, I just got someone.
After hearing her own recorded call, Charlene seemed to be in absolute shock. It was obvious that they were having sexual intercourse inside the prison as well. Charlene must have avoided the security cameras inside the prison, but to her surprise, she was exposed with the phone call. Charlene still wasn't going to be cooperative and tried to put it on other people around her, but this was the end of her career.
You kind of see how that sounds from like my point of view, like a more recent thing than 3 years ago. No.
No, I've given him a blowjob before, and that's what he was referring to.
Okay. And it was not in the jail.
No.
So do you think this dude's really gonna cover for you? Like if I bring him in here and we start playing this and all that, you really think this dude's?
He's gonna tell you what I told you.
And did you give one more than one? I mean, like, so my problem here is that you talk about how profound this was, like this giving him this blowjob was, but you like don't remember anything about it. It's like you're just telling me something, but you're having trouble coming up with details about it. You know what I mean? Like if it's that profound.
I mean, I gave him a blowjob. How do you describe blowjob? I mean, is that
Well,
what
I'm
you
not
want
want
me
to
to
know
do?
like about the blowjob. I'm just so if this is a
He just said
factual thing that happened 3 years ago, I feel like you would kind of remember some stuff about it. Like I feel
I
like,
mean, like we said in the car, like
when I asked you who was there, him, of course, like when y'all met or whatever. And then when I asked like who else, you said it was like a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
But like you can remember one
I mean, I
kid's
was with
name
my
after
friend
you
Chris.
think about it for 30 seconds. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's not making sense to me.
I mean, I was with my friend Christy, and there were other people there. I mean, some of them, like, I knew who they were that I'd seen before, but I didn't like know them personally or anything. I mean, it wasn't like they were my friends. I was there to hang out with my friend Christy because she was out of town, and I mean, she came from out of town.
Does Christy know this guy at all, or? Okay, so walk me through how y'all got to talking when y'all see each other in the jail again or whatever. Like, how did it build to this to where y'all are talking almost 400 times?
I'd seen him, and I mean, of course, I recognized him, and he recognized me, but it was just, there wasn't nothing like, I mean, my thoughts weren't like I was going to pursue anything, you know. I can't speak for like his thoughts at the time, but it wasn't anything like that. And, you know, he was respectful. He never, you know, did anything to like signal or anything. I guess I had gotten a message from his mom saying that I guess like Jacob had talked to her, and he mentioned that I was, you know, here, and he just told her to tell me like that he loved me or he missed me or he saw me. I don't remember, like something like that, like mushy, and then asked if he can call me, and then he just started calling me.
Okay, so
But it was over the course of, like, it wasn't just like one day. It was like, oh, I saw you, and then he just started calling me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So his mom reached out to you?
Yeah, she sent me a message. I mean, I've had her on Facebook.
Okay, so she sent you like a Facebook message?
Yeah.
So there's obviously 400 jail calls, and I'm gonna have to go through all of those. Is there anything that's gonna pop up that's not jiving with what you're telling me today?
So, I guess we've been talking, and it's been what it's been.
So I just say that
Like, what do you mean? Like, like, obviously there's something going on between us. Like, do you mean, like, what do I need to tell you? Like, there's something going on between us.
I need to know
hear?
if y'all had sexual contact inside of this jail.
No.
Is what I'm trying to find out.
No.
The detectives gave her one last chance to confess what she did, and she finally accepted her allegations. Charlene knew she was caught red-handed after hearing her own recorded call. She gave the detective the whole details of how, what, and when all this stuff happened.
Okay? This is your one chance to be honest with us.
Yes.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done.
Yeah.
And honesty is the only thing that's going to help you with us.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice to you right now is to be honest with us. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping?
Yeah, no, it's not. None of that.
Then what is it?
I might have given a blowjob in the back part of you.
In the back part of the quad? Okay. How long ago was that?
A few months ago.
A few months ago? How long have you worked here?
Since April.
Since April this year?
Mhm.
Was he already here?
He was right here.
Okay. Do you know how long he's been here?
I
Don't know. Okay.
Not at the top of my head.
So a few months ago, you gave him a blowjob in the back of B. Is that correct? In the B quad, correct? Were there any other witnesses to it? Okay.
No.
I'm just wondering because
Like people standing around while I'm.
Well, you worked days, right?
Yes.
Were you working days at the time? That's why I'm asking. Was anyone around? Because I mean, everybody's up in daytime.
Right.
It's not like the jail's locked down. Okay.
So how did this come to happen? Like, was he a floor worker, or how did that happen? How did y'all get to be alone?
At that time, yeah, they had brought him from the pod to work. They brought him from a pod, and I don't think that day they brought anybody else from the pod. It was just him, but there was, a lot of drugs and stuff being passed around, pills. So they didn't want anybody from B Quad out on the floor because we didn't know who the source was or where he was passing around. So they pulled They pulled
They pulled a floor worker from the
Mhm.
pod.
Yeah, from a pod. And then previous day they had pulled 2 from a pod. So it was just kind of one of those things like anybody volunteer, and then it was him.
Okay. And where exactly did y'all go?
The hallway in B Quad.
Like back towards like 15, 16?
Mhm.
Or, okay. Closer towards the entrance or like at the very end of the hallway?
So if you're entering 15, 16, it was like closer to the entrance.
Okay. And then where did he go afterwards? He just continued to work or?
Yeah, I guess he was like mopping the floor over there somewhere.
Okay. Do you remember what bosses were working with you that day?
Like with sergeants?
Like who your coworkers in the quad were? Like who was manning the pickets and all that stuff? And was that a one time? You'd give him one blow and that's it? Cool. How long had y'all been talking on the phone up until that point?
We started talking like in maybe August. No, yeah. It'd been a few months.
Okay. What month do you think this happened in? The
Last
blowjob
month?
last month?
Yeah.
Is that the only day he
Something like
came to work in B Quad?
I think it was 2 days that he was in quad.
Okay.
And like within a week.
Did anything happen on the second day? And was this planned? Like, did y'all
No.
talk about this on the phone or
No.
anything beforehand?
No, it wasn't pre-planned. It was just.
Okay. Can you kind of go into detail of exactly like what and how it happened?
Yeah, he was going to push cleanup into 15, 16, and I needed to roll the doors open, so you can go in. So I had the key to unlock, that little picket area so that you can roll.
Mm.
And we were walking back there, and he leaned in to kiss me, and he just whipped it out.
And then I know this is stupid, but it's just the way things work. What do you mean by blowjob?
I put his dick in my mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did he ejaculate?
No.
Okay. And is there anything you want to add or anything? Or? Okay. Yeah. Anything?
Has anything else happened?
No, we haven't had sex in the facility. He hasn't gone under my pants. It was just that.
Have you brought him anything in?
No, never.
Naked pictures. Did you give him any nude photographs or anything?
No, I don't take naked pictures.
Okay.
Have you written him any letters, passed him any notes? Or has he written you letters or passed you notes?
Yeah, I wrote him a letter. I'll write something down and give it to him. It's nothing like that you wouldn't hear in a conversation.
Kind of the way this goes from here is we talk to the district attorney's office. They make the determination on charges and all that stuff. So I don't have an answer for you there on that right now. But I will be talking to them about everything.
What kind of charges?
So it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee. So I said the ball kind of be in their court, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
Charlene broke the rules by having sex with an inmate, Jason, even though she knew it was against the law. She lost her job and had to spend 100 days in jail for what she did. This also means she can't work in a prison anymore. It shows how serious it is to protect inmates from being hurt or taken advantage of. Though in Charlene's case, it was an involvement from both sides. She still had to face the consequences no matter what her prior relationship with Jason might be. According to federal law, all sexual relations and contact between prison staff and inmates are criminalized, even if the interaction would have been considered consensual outside of prison. It's irrelevant within the prison context. This is due to the history of widespread inmate abuse observed in prisons. In 1996, it was estimated that between 12 and 14% of all prison inmates had been sexually assaulted, with officers rarely facing punishment for their actions. To combat this, a zero-tolerance policy was introduced to prevent abuse towards inmates. No matter what relationship you have with the prisoners, law enforcement officers aren't allowed to go below the belt. Charlene might not be able to serve in the police department from now on, but her life would be affected as well. For more videos like this, make sure you hit the like button and get subscribed to my channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon for future notifications. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.